It's Week 14 of the NFL. And we'll get a look here at Trey Lance. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Eagles and the Panthers, and it comes your way next.
The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And we're underway here in South Philly. Ray gonna return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. Leading them out, the number 3 overall pick of the 2021 draft. From North Dakota State, it's Trey Lance.
Mike, when we have a chance to talk to this quarterback's teammates, the word they always use is perfectionist, and it's pretty easy to see why. When we had a chance to sit down with him the other day, one thing was very clear. He was not happy about having that blemish on the stat line, the interception. Now, it didn't change the outcome of the game, but it certainly prevented him from being able to really appreciate what he accomplished in last week's win. If that meeting is any indication...
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. The Panthers have it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball. Additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's to the rookie from LSU, Malik Neighbors. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Mechie, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He completes this one to Mechie. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Man in motion, heading left. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there, and it's going to bring up 4th down. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Panthers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So 3-0 our score, and we are set for the dynamic kickoff. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Now Mayfield. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. On 1st down is Mayfield.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger.
That is caught by the tight end, Donald Parham. Touchdown, Carolina. That touchdown, #1 for him on the year. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Panthers are out to a 10-0 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. His drive will start on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's a 1st carry for their running back. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's left side, caught by Musgrave.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw, here's Lance. That's caught left side by Ryman. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Lance. Taking off. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner. And he's able to lead his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike. And I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they bounce back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the 1st quarter. And they get into that lead. I have a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth. And we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. Hopkins sent in motion. Second down throw from Mayfield. That one brought in by Barrios. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They put a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He has played well all season long, entering this final stretch of games in December and January as the NFL leader in touchdown passing. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. A touchdown appeal. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Lance. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now faking the give. Now he'll run. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. To throw is Lance. And he's in. Jermaine Burton. Touchdown, Philadelphia. On is Moody to add the extra point. Oh, do you believe it? It's no good. That is his 1st extra point miss of the season. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Here's Mayfield. That one caught Devon Taylor. Finding room at midfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really, it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
second down, it's Brooks. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. It's a short throw, caught by Njoku. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Now Mayfield. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. One of the tight ends motions right. Off throw, right side, taken by Njoku. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Throwing is Mayfield. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's fourth down. They'll go. Mayfield. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. Two minutes to play in the first half of a three-point game. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Baker to throw. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darius Rush. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Eagles. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Moody's extra point is good. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. Throwing is Baker. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On first and 10, here's Baker. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Mayfield. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. That is catch number 60 for the season.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down is Mayfield. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And the Panthers are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. From the gun, it's Mayfield. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Couldn't take the chance. You're going to return it from the goal line. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the 3rd quarter. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and running back Jonathan Burks coming out for their next possession. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of... First and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On 2nd down, Baker. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Slot receiver headed right. From the gun on 3rd. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Punting time for the Panthers. Set to kick this one away. As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he looks up, and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. To throw, here's Lance. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's to the rookie out of Michigan, Roman Wilson. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. 39 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10. Now Lance. He runs with it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Extra point up and good from Moody. And the Eagles will extend this third-quarter lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Panthers offense headed back to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That's to the big tight end, Parham. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. Second and a yard. On the ground, it's Brooks. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Hopkins sent in motion. To throw is Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. From the 6, here comes a return. Solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
He finds Wilson coming across the field. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are wild. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Lance. That's caught left side by Burton. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a...
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State Seminole. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Mayfield. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And this will remain a 2-possession game.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
Now, faking the give. Down the field, he's got Burton. And he's in. Jermaine Burton. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Moody now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. So, as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Hopkins sent in motion. 2nd down throw for Mayfield. They're trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, he coughs up the football. But he'll gather it back in. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And this is not going to get it done. Not even close to picking up the 1st down. And they will turn it over on downs. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Catch is made by Wright. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
Let's go now.
Lance. That's to the right side for Burton. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. To throw is Lance. That'll be intercepted. And the Panthers will take over at their own 15.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Well, the quarterback just kept going back and back. And you're wondering, what is he going to do? And, well, there's the answer. He's going to give the defense 2 points.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, Mike, did he just lose track of actually how far he was retreating? And at some point, you think that ball's going to come out. He's going to throw it away and move on to the next down. But he didn't. And now the defense is going to take advantage and get 2 points.
Lance looking to throw. This one complete to Burton. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Here's Lance. This one complete to Burton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Really impressive job by the quarterback to stay in there. He knew that hit was coming in the pocket, but he held it just long enough to let his receiver win versus man coverage and deliver that ball on target. Any quarterback in the league, Mike, at this level can operate when things are clean. But when you have guys bearing down on you, can you hold it a little bit longer? Because if not, the timing of the play just doesn't work out.
He connects with Gray on that one.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
So second down, and they'll run it. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end.
It's Week 15 of the NFL. And the spotlight is on Roman Wilson. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Eagles and the Steelers, and it's coming up next.
Philadelphia. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And bringing them out. You cannot call him irrelevant ever again. Took his team to the Super Bowl last year. It's Brock Purdy. Purdy throwing here to start.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Here's Brees on the ground for the first time. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That's complete inside the 35. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Purdy on first down. Into the hands of Schultz. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun is Purdy. Connection made to Shakir. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. All right, set now. 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Purdy. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Paul takes it straight ahead. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A 4-yard run, but it doesn't help a ton. It's 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain. Out is Jake Bates, ready to try to knock this through. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Bates' kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Danny Gray to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
I think we could give them a pass from last week because they still found a way to win, and that's the ultimate job of a quarterback. But those interceptions, that's not what we're used to seeing out of him week to week. The 2 touchdowns, though, well, that's the bar he wants to hit each and every time out, and when he gets there, usually good things follow.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing his Lance. He's on the move. That's complete to Musgrave. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. And the Steelers go a nickel, 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw. It's Lance. That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Lance. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. They go play action on first. He's got it at the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And a lot of things Jerry Rice did we might never see equaled again, but that's what he's just done here. It's his 22nd touchdown catch of the season. That matches the career best of Rice, and puts him one behind the NFL record. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now after the play, we have somebody shaken up. That's Jahan Dotson in some distress as they come out to look at him. Pretty throwing here on first. He's got the hook up to Bourne. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Space on the right, he's got room. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers need only one to take the lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Steelers push their lead to 3. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Looking to throw, Lance. Burton there to bring it in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Hauled in by Musgrave. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they face second down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Cut near the goal line. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. And with that touchdown catch, his 23rd of the year. He's equaled the NFL record held by Randy Moss from that phenomenal 2007 campaign with the Patriots. On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. To kick it away. Here's Moody. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. First down throw by Purdy. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They have it on 2nd and short. The toss right side to Hall.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd down give to Hall. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. The Steelers set to punt it. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Eagles and Trey Lance headed back out on offense. And it's been such an incredible season for him. As we play our final month of football, he's leading the NFL in passing yards. Hauled in by Gray. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Has it downfield working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They rip off a big chunk of field that sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Buying some time left. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles now lead by 10. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. His 24th of the season, making him the new single-season record holder in receiving touchdowns. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. He's going to field this at the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. On the counter, Hall. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Purdy to throw it. He's throwing deep to the left side. Big gain downfield. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Paul running between the tackles. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Don't try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a give left side. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air, lands. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for this. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Eagles with 1st and 10. Here's Lance now. That's grabbed inside the 30. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Now it's Lance. Short pass brought in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
Yeah, you can just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo. And that ball is zipping all over the field.
Finds his man, Gray. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. The back grabs it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. Throwing is Lance. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get more points to end a lopsided first half. PAT up and good for Moody. And the Eagles push their lead to 18. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We're at halftime. No need for halftime. We'll just keep it right here and get started with the 3rd quarter. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Eagles ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And no one has been better than him at finding the end zone through the air all year. He's leading this league in passing touchdowns late in our season. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. And for a long time now in the NFL, going back to the 80s even, 4,000 yards has been the threshold that you gotta hit to have a truly great year. That's complete inside the 35. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. First down from the red zone. Completes this one to Gray. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Chased out to his right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. Out of the gun, he'll look to throw. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
On the move, headed right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Eagles continue piling onto this lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Starting from the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here. Schultz with the catch. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down. It's Hall on the carry. And a short gain only as he gets up to the 37. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Complete to Shakir. Gets it to the 15. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers start the 2nd half with some needed points. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Steelers make it an 18-point game. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crown. Here's Lance. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Play action on 1st down. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They go play action on 1st. Completed to his running back.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Looking to throw, Lance. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Lance. Catch is made in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Long launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Eagles can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. PAT up and good for Moody. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Steelers and Khalil Shakir headed out on offense now. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. And he found some running room for a nice gain. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Hall once more. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun is Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now Purdy. Able to find Strange here. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Steelers have possession, but this game, pretty one-sided as we start the 4th. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Shakir with the grab. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. He gets this one to Strange. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. The throw again, it's Purdy. That pass caught by Strange. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Purdy. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Steelers make it an 18-point game. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Gray now on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. The home team's headed back out on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now a give running right. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Now it's Lance. Rhyming there to haul it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Blown back gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll throw. Caught. Nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down. But that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles put up even more points in a win. Eagles offense staying out there. They're going for 2. He's throwing for it. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Mosley.
You know, sometimes it just feels like the opposing coaches are sitting right inside your skull. They read the call and were set up perfectly to counter it.
He's going to field this at the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The Steelers offense headed out. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain. But boy, Brock, what a shot. 2nd and 6 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Steelers hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Purdy. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And what a play. He gets there to lay a massive hit and stop him after that catch. It's going to be 4th down. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Malone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. We get a timeout here called by the offense. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. He's going to keep this one. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Now with just 7 seconds left in the game, we've got a timeout. He'll try to do it himself. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Eagles keep running away with this. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Has this at the 6. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. It's hard not to mention the possibility of an undefeated season. Another to their total line, the penultimate month of the campaign.
brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cards and the Eagles, all.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Lance. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Alohi Gilman. And the field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Now Lance. That one taken in by Burton. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll take it on it. Throwing, Lance. That is going to be... They'll drop to throw. That's a slant to Ayuk. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold again. It is brought in. This is 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw. That ball intercepted. That's the linebacker, Cody Barton. And he's going to be brought here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Jacobs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Here's Jacobs. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Jacobs. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it is 4th and goal. So here's Eddie Pinheiro in a big spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. They are able to do something that not easy to do. Get a win away from home in the playoffs.
Every career starts as a dream, a belief that someday you'll join the greats and line up next to them on the same field